Hello and welcome back to Heads Will Roll Reforged, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into this random encounter and then I'm going to go to Olivier's You know what? Actually, no. We're going to go to Olivier's farm first. Thanks to your tremendous efforts as well as the careful work of that fellow, in a fairly short amount of time the townspeople have managed to assemble a new army, albeit not too large but very combat ready. 2/3 of it are militia and soldiers recruited from among the townspeople. Their equipment isn't the best quality, but at least no one goes into this battle with sticks and bast shoes? Bast shoes? I've never heard of that. Okay, well, that's fine. Well, almost no one does. The remaining third is a small knightly cavalry troop with Dupont at the head of it. According to the plan, the infantry under your command will engage the mercenaries in battle, which will allow the cavalrymen to bypass them. Then they will unleash a powerful blow on the unsuspecting mercenaries from behind. The deep penetration. Yes. The surrounded enemy will be demoralized and then destroyed. This scheme seemed pretty good to you when you and Dupont sat in his office bent over a map, but now on the way to the farm, your creeping suspicions that the plan you've come up with may not withstand a clash with reality become closer, or shall we say become clearer, the closer you get to your destination. Problems start quite early. The mercenaries notice a large detachment approaching the farm, and the vanguard of your troops is attacked long before it can reach its intended initial positions. You find yourself in the center of the squad when the battle begins. In an effort to prevent chaos, you quickly go forward to save your vanguard and prevent the mercenaries from overturning it. And here we go. I am very, very prepared for this. And we have our wonderful, wonderful friend here, who is actually kind of crazy. He's got 33 weapon skill, which is basically almost as much as I have. And we're going to go for the neck. We're just going to go straight away for the neck immediately. He's stunned instantaneously, which is absolutely wonderful too. Let's get another neck hit. There we go. He's dead. We also got a critical strike there, funnily enough. So even if, we had our skull ring or whatever, that would have killed him instantly if we got on that on the first hit, obviously. And I'm just going to continue doing, wow, that was some nice damage right there. Yeah, but I'm basically just going to continue doing feint strikes over and over again, because even if, I get a little bit of a problem with the armor deflecting or something like that, that's actually fine. I don't really mind that, because armor deflections, that happens, but I just don't want to get blocked by a shield. Getting blocked by a shield is absolutely just the worst feeling in the world. And so, generally if we can try to avoid that as much as possible, which is exactly why I'm trying to actually, do what I'm trying to do here by just, doing feint strikes and so on and so forth. That is what we want every single day of the week. So otherwise, apart from that, we should be good. I mean, we really actually should be good. You can see my fatigue right now. My fatigue is literally at 26. And the reason for that, of course, is my ring. My ring is doing a fantastic job of actually reducing all of my problems. And we're just going to do a little bit of a white slash there. That's going to do 20 damage, and then a deflection. Kind of unfortunate, but that's enough. And there you go. There's the victory for us. And now we can search once again. We can get a lower jacket. We can get this thing. Yeah, okay. I'll just take the... well, actually, I'm going to take everything. I'm going to take everything, but I'm looking for armor mostly. Anyway, the defeat of the vanguard is avoided and the mercenaries are forced to retreat. Looking at the retreating detachment, however, you realize with dread that it's only a small group of enemies you have fought off just now. The main forces that are already formed in battle formations are moving right at you. But Dupont and his knightly cavalry, no matter how much you look around, are nowhere to be found. Whether they fled or just went into some very deep flanking maneuver, it doesn't matter now. Now the outcome of the battle depends solely on the resilience of the infantry under your leadership. And here we go. Alright, so this guy is obviously... oh yeah. So this is the fellow that we are going to have problems with. And this is exactly the reason why I personally feel like what I should try to aim to get is the skull ring as soon as possible. If I can get the skull ring really, really quickly, I would have an insane ability to pretty much just destroy these high health targets. Just absolutely destroy them. And that's kind of what we want, isn't it? That's kind of what we want. Anyway, I'm just going to go for the head and the body here. I hope they don't kill my guy. Oh dear. Can I actually heal him? Is there some way for me to heal this guy actually? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I can actually swap him, can't I? I can swap him out. Let's rotate him. Okay, there we go. That's gonna have to do. That is gonna have to do right now. I hope that he's... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm a little bit worried right now. A little bit worried right here. Let's try and hit this guy a little bit. Okay, I actually missed the other one? Really? I missed that? Okay, that's kind of strange. Not sure why I would have missed that, but sure. Let's go for the wide slash again. Okay, that's not really helpful. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, we're having some issues here. This is not particularly good. Oh dear. And now this guy is going to get absolutely murdered. Okay, let's swap him out as well then. I don't know why my guys... only one of them has a shield. I don't know why. But there you go. Yeah, this is very bad. This is actually really, really bad. What we need to do is we actually need to kill this guy. Let's just kill this guy off. There we go. He's dead. That's nice. Oh. There aren't any others? There's just one? There's just this guy? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that that was going to be the case. Okay, sure. Let's go for the head then. Nice. Okay, okay. Let's go for the head again. Yeah, he's stunned. He's stunned. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, I'm basically just going to use this time to recover a little bit. Gonna get my respite back up. If he does hit my my friend here, he's probably going to kill him almost instantaneously, so we do have to be a little bit worried about that, but hopefully we'll be okay. There we go. Yes, we've damaged his eye as well now, so his accuracy and evasion have been reduced by 1. That's always nice. Let's continue attacking the head as much as possible. Maybe I should try and attack the limbs a little bit. Okay, let's attack the limbs a little bit here. There we go. Nice. Yes, his leg's broken now. That's perfect too. Although, to be fair, I feel like injuries are not actually as powerful as they used to be in the previous version of the game. Because when you got an injury before, oh no, this guy's strength is reduced by 9, but this fellow's only reduced by 1. I'm actually surprised. Okay. Not sure what's going on with that, but okay. Let's do the limbs. Yes, nice. There's the critical. So there's the critical, and as you can see, he's now had his arm muscles cut. So that means that things are going to be very, very difficult for him. Can we... Yes, he's dead. Whew. Okay, I was actually a little worried there, I gotta say. Okay, so there's the helmet. Oh, we can use this in crafting, by the way. We can actually use this in crafting, so it might be kind of cool. When I played last time, these helmets and things weren't available for crafting as far as I remember, so maybe we'll see what we can do with it. And just when the last hope of victory seems to be lost, Dupont's cavalry, literally out of nowhere, appears behind the backs of the mercenaries. With loud war cries and at full speed, the knights wedge into the stunned mercenaries like a crushing blow of a hammer. They flatten them against the anvil of your shields. Most of the mercenaries die. Only a small group manages to escape this fate by breaking out of the encirclement and hiding in the forests. The victory is yours. When you find Dupont, he and his knights are already celebrating victory, uncorking bottles of wine one after another. And... let's forgive him. I mean, he's a bit of an idiot, but he did actually come over and help us in the end. Despite the fact that the delay with which Dupont and his knights arrived on the battlefield almost cost you victory and your life, you choose not to blame him for what happened and to be thankful. Virtue increased. Numerous bodies and various items of equipment are scattered on the battlefield. Rummage or don't touch? Rummage. We're going to rummage, of course. Thank you very much. Yes, we're going to be getting some pretty good... this is actually very nice armor. Yeah, this is actually kind of good. Do I want to use this actually? I don't even know. I'm actually not even entirely sure whether I want to use this. I mean, obviously the prestige the prestige goes down a dramatic amount, right? The prestige goes down super hard. Maybe I could use this instead. I mean, I'm mostly looking at torso cover right here and limb cover, and you can see that it also provides us. This is actually much better. I might want to use that. Yeah, that might be cool. I don't know. I mean, there's a load of different things. Okay. Ooh, a single-edged two-handed sword. And inflict heavy bleedings. Applies a bleeding. The cruel cut attack. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, some pretty cool stuff. Now that Olivier's farm is finally in your hands, it's time to deal with the alchemical laboratory, and Dupont entrusts you with this issue. Assuming that its mysterious mistress must have escaped already, you are pretty surprised when you find her inside. And this is Anna, and we have met Anna before, and she says, well, it looks like I have guests. Are you here to arrest me? Okay, introduce yourself. My name is Sarath. I'm helping Olivia. I mean, I'm in the service of the Duchess. Olivia, then. Okay. Well, good personal relations are known to help with career growth. You're definitely on the right track. I like your approach. I'm sure Olivia is very pleased with you. You can feel your face turning red. You misunderstood me. This is not what you think. Yeah, sure. You probably have some questions for me, don't you? Okay. Why are you helping Ruffin's people? My main source of income, as already mentioned, is alchemy. This implies that my laboratory provides a specific list of services to those who are willing to pay. Previously, I worked with the Duke and his men, but since they were replaced by Ruffin's mercenaries, I had no choice but to start doing business with them. They pay and also help me with some things, and I supply them with what they need. Now that Ruffin's men are no longer here, you can take their place. I'm sure we can work together. Do you work for Onar? Me? For Onar? I don't think you can say that, not by a long shot. I'm not going to lie. Some of the objectives he pursues correlate with mine, and in the war between Rennes and the Lords, I rather sympathize with the latter. However, I do not work for Onar. I must say that you do not inspire much confidence in me. Don't inspire confidence? Well, that's funny. But let me ask you, who does then? Olivia? I actually will say no. I would not say that I particularly trust her. Not surprising. I wouldn't trust a girl decorating her room with skulls either. I wonder if they're still there, but does it really matter? Anyways, I advise you to be more careful with who you let get close to you. You never know what to expect, even from the most harmless-looking people. As for me, you don't have to be worried. I have no ulterior motives or secret plans. I am like a dull grey spot among bright colors on your palette. It's hard to believe for some reason. Oh, just wait until you get to know me better. I am mediocrity itself. Swear on my soul. But Olivia, on the other hand, you know what they say. Beware of a silent dog in still water, and Olivia in this case. You are confusing me. Don't even hope that I will fall for your tricks. Your will. Don't mind me. My words would be gone with the first gust of wind, like I've never said anything. I mean no offense, and I'm sorry if I hurt you in any way. I'm not offended, milady, and I hope you too are not. Of course. Well, I will not hold you much longer. If you ever need something alchemy-related, then do not hesitate to drop in. Or even if you suddenly get bored with the young Duchess, then stop by for a chat, too. I'm sure we'll find things to talk about. Alright, so there you go. Now, I'm mostly saying no to trusting Olivia, because when Grace and Glory arrive, that particular answer might have an impact. I don't think it will. Just bear that in mind. I don't think it will, but I kind of wanted to just cover my bases a little bit, just to make sure that things don't go particularly badly, in case, just in case, right? Just in case. Alright, so we can actually level this guy up. That's going to be really harsh. What do I actually want to do here? Alright, so first of all, we should probably sell these shields, sell the broadsword, sell the shield too, sell this thing. I don't think I want to use this. Do I actually want to use this? I don't think so, right? No. Okay, we'll sell that. What about the two-handed sword here? Adds 70% of strength as damage. It drains enemy stamina and builds up fatigue. That sounds pretty cool. and it can split shields. Huh. I think this is probably not going to be particularly useful for me because I have spec'd into polearms and axes. So I will sell it. Or... no, you know what? I'm just going to keep it, just in case. And we're going to sell this armor. We're going to sell this armor right now. And we're going to probably wear this armor. Okay, we're probably going to wear this armor, even though it does have a rather large penalty. And I'm probably going to sell this. And I think we'll sell this. And probably sell this as well, all things considered. Even though it is pretty good. Or at least I think it seems pretty good. Okay, so let me just go over here. I have a talent point. Really? Okay, that's kind of weird. All right, so let me just have a look. I've already spec'd into everything. Yeah, I've spec'd into everything here. So I am gonna just spec into swords now, I guess, just in case I actually do need to use a sword at some point. Maybe I will. And let's go over to the crafting menu. So we can now create something here. As you can see, look at this. This is a pretty crazy helmet. Is it? Is it actually good? I am so dumb. I don't know. Is it actually good? I don't know. Is it? I guess to a certain degree. It gives me 100% head cover. I guess that's kind of good. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna do it. I have no idea. Let me just have a look. What does this have? This only gives me 84, so it is actually better. Yeah, it is actually better. I'm surprised. Okay, there you go. We actually got something that's kind of decent. Gonna equip this as well. This is the first time I've actually equipped some kind of different armor in the entirety that I've been playing, because usually I'll just create this armor at the very beginning of the game, and then I'll never take it off. But, hey, you know what? If it works, right? So I think this is probably pretty good. I think I'm going to put this in here. I don't have that much free space in my chest, but do I need free space? That's the question. Not really. Okay. So, I am pretty good. Am I not? Am I pretty good in regards to everything here? We need to give him armor and helmets. And there are some bandits to fight here. I can go to the alchemist. Let's go... wait a minute. What do we need to do? Clear the surrounding area. Provide him with things. Okay, so the thing is... okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to get more armor, right? We're just going to get more armor. So what I'm going to do is just re-roll a little bit. Does this count as head armor? I think it does, right? Does this count as armor that I can actually give to him? I kind of hope it does. We need to give him another 2 things after this now. Low quality mail, I guess. Yeah, I think that seems fine. We got this as well. That's 180. I don't really want to spend so much. Oh, this helmet would have been good, I guess. But I think this is fine. Alright, so yeah, I just basically want to complete everything that we can. Just in case, right? There we go. Yes. Done. He says the equipment that you've got should be enough to assemble something relatively similar to a combat-ready squad. He thanks you for your help. And there we go. We gained some additional experience, so we're going to have more, you know, closer to another civic talent point, which is probably going to be quite nice, you know. Not super amazing, but quite nice. Let's see, what else can we get? Nothing? Nope. Alright. So, do I need to rest? Not really. Resting is for the weak. Yes. So, oh no, there we go. As you can see, there's nothing else to do. The mercenaries have no more space, as you can see. They have no more people here. So I can basically just go and probably speak to Olivia here. Or let me actually just go and I guess I will speak to her, even though I don't really want to do this. Because this is probably going to fast forward us to the point where it's going to end the chapter, and I don't really want to do that, but we'll see. I've already heard the news. Olivia's farm is ours. Another victory, and again, thanks to you. I think you deserve a reward. The treasury, as you know, is empty, so it will be somewhat humble. She gave us 150 florins. But your achievements will not be forgotten, and when things will get better, you'll be golden, I promise. Okay, so there's that. Do I speak to her again? What's new? The southern farmer's under our control. Okay. I apparently haven't updated her for a long time. Okay. There we are. Okay, fantastic. Let's speak to her again. And we have nothing to talk about at the moment. Okay, great. So, this now means that I can pretty much just train to my heart's content. I could go to the alchemist. I want to know more about you. Does this mean the rebels are left without alchemical supplies? Okay. She's given me a quest. Okay, I'd like to know more about you. You confused me a lot during our previous conversation. I was hoping to learn a little more about you. Confused you? How lovely. And they say love potions don't work. That's not what I meant at all. Sure, of course it's not. Back to your question, I don't mind telling you more, but it would not be fair if I did it for free. What are you talking about? The mercenaries who are running my errands have their own problems since you came around, and so at least one very important task remains unfulfilled. A very important task? Exactly. Here's the deal. Help me sort it out, and I'll gladly answer any and all of your questions. Deal. Well, that's wonderful. It so happened that I needed one unusual thingy for my experiments, of course. Nothing unlawful. It is a small medallion that is kept in an old forest chapel to the east. I know this one. Yes. Okay, I know what she speaks of, and this is a pretty terrifying encounter, just so you know. And if you're unprepared, you're going to have a bit of an issue. So it is very much recommended, if you're playing this for the first time, be very careful that you want to go in there at this time. It is an extremely dangerous enemy. I'm just saying right now. Let's see. Is there anything else that I want to get here? Because for me personally, I would like the skull ring. Are you going to give me the skull ring? Am I going to get lucky? I highly doubt it. Yep. Highly doubt it. I mean, I might get lucky. We're getting pretty lucky with a number of other things, but we're not getting lucky with what I actually need or want. This poleaxe is pretty cool as well, by the way, but obviously I'm not going to be getting that right now. I kind of don't want to spend all my time re-rolling the store. However, it is a bit addictive, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, oh, but what about if I get it this time? You know what I mean? And generally, it's probably considered a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to do it twice more, and then I'm going to leave, alright? Skull ring? Nope. Okay, this is the final time that I'm going to do it. And nope, there we go. Alright, it's not there. Sad. Very sad indeed. Okay, so I do have a little bit of extra cash. Do I want to level any of these guys up? I think not. Okay, let's go to the warehouse first of all. Following Anna's directions, you find several small stone buildings near Onar's farm where the warehouse should be located. One of these structures features a built-in observation tower from which one can survey the entire surrounding area. You conclude that the best course of action would be to act covertly. Okay, attack stealthily. You decide to go with the stealthier option. Okay, I actually think, yes, this is what I thought before as well. Yes, so it's because my armor was on still. So yeah, if I'd taken off my armor, this would have been much more successful. But to a certain degree, I don't really mind fighting. Yeah, so as you can see, equipment, poison, agility, coordination. Yeah, obviously it's mostly, I would assume, because I was equipped with this armor, because I think this armor is extremely heavy, as you might expect. But I don't really mind that, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with how things are going for us in general. I'm pretty happy with how our success rate has been so far in regards to our fighting. And we can kill this guy, hopefully. There we go, he's dead. And then we can try to restore ourselves a little bit. My friend here is doing insane damage. He's really, really strong. Nice, heavy bleeding too. That's wonderful. He's dead. Look at that. He's doing so much damage. It's actually insane to see that. Okay, let's just take everything that we can, I guess, as long as I have the inventory space. You gain entrance to the warehouse. The building indeed proves impressive, packed to the brim with alchemical supplies. Okay, so I'm gonna burn the whole warehouse. Honoring your agreement with Anna, you burn it all to the ground. After setting the warehouse on fire, you quickly take off. The mercenaries no longer have access to the alchemical potions. And we gain some experience. There we go. So we now just need to complete one more quest, and then we're going to have another choice of a civic talent point. I'm not sure how much that really helps us, but, you know, it's kind of decent. And I'm a little bit fatigued, but I'm okay. So what we're going to do is we're now going to go to the medallion. Let me just... There we go. We can level this guy up as well. And here we go. Let's do it. This is going to be pretty harsh. Because the last time I did this, I had an extremely powerful build. I think I don't remember what build it was, but it was something that actually killed this thing really, really quickly. But yeah, we'll see. According to the map she gave you, the old chapel should be located right in its center. However, despite receiving relatively precise instructions, you are able to find it only after thoroughly wandering through the forest thicket. You keep your eyes peeled while searching, expecting to clash with the bandits that Anna warned you about, but you never meet anyone. Moreover, the wilderness you found yourself in does not even look like the place bandits would be in anyway. But despite that, the deeper you wander into the thicket, the more difficult it is for you to brush off the strange uneasiness you feel. When you finally get to your destination, you see a deteriorating and dilapidated stone chapel in which the remains of a once grand structure are guessed. The stone walls, overgrown with moss, seem to come not even from a few centuries ago, but most definitely from the antiquity even, the time when myths and legends came to life. The uneasy feeling that haunted you all the way here reaches its peak. Enter the chapel. But even though you sense that nothing good will come of it, you put your premonitions aside and confidently step inside the chapel. Inside, it is twilight. Waiting for your eyes to get used to the darkness, you stand at the entrance for a while, looking around. Contrary to your worries, there seem to be no unpleasant surprises inside. The decaying pieces of furniture, fragments of the roof, and walls laying on the floor, dilapidated stone bas-reliefs, and a massive altar, everything that one might expect to find inside the old chapel. The only detail that catches your eye is the strange statue overlooking the altar. You cannot make out its details. The statue, wrapped in twilight, is covered with moss and entangled with branches and vines, which make the silhouette unrecognizable. Building up your courage, you take the first step, and immediately hear a metallic clang under your feet. Turns out that the floor of the chapel is littered with all sorts of fragments of armor and equipment, as if a full-fledged battle with a dozen or even more participants was unfolding here. When you take a closer look, you begin to make out dried out and faded bloodstains on the stones of the floor and walls. Approach the altar. Stepping carefully, you approach the altar, on which, to your surprise, you find a small medallion even, which matches the description given by Anna. But as soon as you reach out to take it, the chapel is filled with a sharp grinding of metal. Jumping back, you are forced to admit that it is exactly what you expected, but what you least wanted. The statue towering over the altar, that was until recently completely still, now is rapidly coming alive. Shaking off stones, leaves, and branches, it got off from its pedestal and took a few steps towards you, catching rare rays of sunlight breaking through the crumbling roof. A giant knight, in rusted and half-rotted armor, casing him from head to toe, is standing right before your eyes. Knight's face is completely covered by the shut visor of his helmet, from under slits of which only a black void is gaping. And in his hands rests a weighty two-handed axe that looks more like an executioner's weapon. I know why you are here, what you came for, and as you can see, you are not the first one. What happened to all those that came before? They were tested and found unworthy. Tested? Yes, tested. They arrived here driven by avarice and bloodlust, seeking not to atone for their sinful natures, but only to perpetuate their unremorseful ways. And as you can see, I've broken them down, first their souls and then their bodies. For it is the way. Now it is your time. Let me gaze into your soul. A peculiar character you are. Virtue success. Let me see. Well, now you too were tested, and I deem you worthy. Virtue decision success. Oh, okay. It actually checked my decisions. Oh, that's very interesting. I actually wonder what decisions I needed to make to get this. Because last time, and I'm gonna spoil a little bit here. So if you haven't seen the previous series, then you'll get a bit of a spoiler, minor spoiler. I fought this guy before, and he's really hard. But that was because I was playing a low virtue build. I had an extremely low virtue build. I didn't even get to this point. There indeed is blood on your hands, but there is no venom in your heart. I will now bow my head to you and let you strike the first blow. If you manage to kill me, then let it be so, and if not, then you will have another test to pass, one of steel and strength. Kneeling down in front of you, the knight bows his head, exposing it to your blow. You raise your weapon and aiming at a small gap between the helmet and the armor, you bring it down with all of your strength. A powerful strike shakes the knight, and for a moment it seems to you that his head is about to fall and roll on the floor. Coordination success. However, the knight, as if nothing had happened, gets up and adjusts his grip on the axe handle. Wow, okay, never mind. Apparently we do have to fight him. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, so as you can see, we now start off the battle with him being at half HP, which is obviously fantastic. That's really, really good. So let's see. So basically, we are going to attack his limbs. So that's what we're going to do. Right? He's got 25% on the head as well, so I should probably just attack the head straight away. Okay, yeah, he's trying to destroy my armor right now, but that's fine. There we go, he's stunned. Absolutely perfect. Let's go for another feint strike on the head here. He's stunned again. Let's go for another feint strike on the head here. There we go, he's chopping my helmet, which is really, really bad, by the way. The more he chops my helmet... Did I actually equip my new helmet? I think I did, right? Okay, he's out of stamina. This was initially the reason why I wanted to use the blackjack, by the way, because the blackjack obviously is a thing that increases fatigue of the opponent. And I was thinking to myself, wow, that sounds like an absolutely amazing weapon, but unfortunately it does not work with wide slash, which is the main thing I wanted it to work with, which is kind of sad, but, it is a new ability as far as I'm aware, so, what can you do, right? Anyway, let's just continue attacking the head here. And try to avoid getting hit. There we go. Okay, yep. The fight is dragging on. It may be wise to retreat while you still can. No, we're going to continue fighting. We haven't done any damage to him so far. This is the reason why I was kind of thinking maybe I should switch out and try to use a different weapon, like using the heavy executioner's axe or something like that. That might be the way to go. Because while I'm able to stun this guy, I can't really do any damage, because he's just deflecting it every single time. But the funny thing about this is that I am stunning him, which is quite funny. So that's pretty good, Stunning him is pretty decent. There we go. No, we're going to continue fighting. Okay, there's some damage. There's some damage from him. Which is not too bad. Just bear that in mind. This is not bad at all. If he does some damage to me, that's okay. Yeah, he's rejuvenating as well, which is kind of annoying. Okay, he's hitting me once again. That's also fine. We don't have to worry, okay? The worst thing you can do is panic in a situation like this. Did I just get a critical strike? I think that was just a critical strike. So in other words, if I had Skull Ring right now, this guy would be dead. So that's also the reason why I think that particular build is pretty decent, especially for a weapon like this. Because right now I'm having issues. Now we're going to continue fighting. He's been concussed right now, so his coordination has been reduced, which is very good. Let's see if I can do more. There we go. Yes, another one. Yes, there we go. We're slowly killing him. Bear in mind that he does have the ability, as far as I remember, to rejuvenate. I think he can regenerate his HP. There's another critical strike, so I would have killed him again if I had that. Oh, I really need that. Okay, he's dead now. Okay, we got him. Even when the severed head of the warden falls to the ground and his armored body drops on the floor with a deafening clang, you cannot shake off the feeling that he is about to rise again. It's only after quite a few minutes of strenuous waiting you're able to convince yourself that he is really dead. The warden's equipment becomes your reward, and as you can see, he's given us the Executioner's axe. And to a certain degree, I actually feel like it might be kind of cool to use this. It might be. What do you think? I don't know. The frogmouth helm is obviously really, really good as well from a neck cover, head cover perspective. Not sure if I'm going to keep it right now. I might. Or I might just sell it because it does sell for a very considerable amount. After you've dealt with the mysterious warden and obtained the medallion, you hastily leave the chapel and turn back. So, you got it? Yes, but it turned out to be not as easy as you had described. You said I should be wary of bandits. There were none, but instead there... Yeah, and it was very dangerous and very scary. But you did it, right? Yes, well, it wasn't scary, and I've managed to do it. Well, that's great. Give it to me. Relationship improved by 25. Okay, you hand her the medallion. I can't help but ask, this thing bears little resemblance to what would suit a good Christian. Why do you need something like this? The less you know, the better. Have you ever heard that? You're scaring me. I don't think Sir Wrath would be scared by any of this, but okay. If my answers scare you, then maybe you should stop asking scary questions. But you promised to explain everything to me. Well, I can't just simply tell you everything. A woman should have at least some secrets. While you're coming up with an answer, Anna disappears into the depths of her lab. You call out to her, but it doesn't work. For a second, you think about looking for her, but quickly abandon this idea, considering such behavior too tactless. As you're about to leave everything as is and go, Anna suddenly reappears, a little bewildered, in smoking alchemical gloves and with her hair disheveled. She hands the medallion to you. Take it. As far as I understand, you had to work hard to get this little thing, and I don't need it anymore. It seems I've miscalculated again. Something is clearly wrong here. I feel like I have come close to the answer, but I just can't find it. Can I help you? Thank you for your help, but I'm afraid I'm again forced to leave your questions unanswered for now. Come and see me in the coming days. I'll explain everything to you, this time for sure. And there we go. Okay, so we did get the death-defying pendant, which is, in actual fact, one of a very good trinket set. Because basically what you can do with this is you can increase your chance of evading enemy attacks. So if you are taking a lot of damage, you can then avoid dying, potentially, which is kind of good, I guess, right? You know, I think that's kind of good sometimes. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get the bloodletting tools, and I'm going to get a field surgery kit. There's a reason why I'm doing this, because I am very worried about that. That is a pretty big fear of mine, to have like a big injury and not be able to go to a physician or something like that. So we're gonna definitely have that. So let's see, what else do I want to get? Well, that's the question. I think good manager is probably going to be the way to go here. So that's what I'm going to do. Because that's going to allow me to, basically level up all of my people just that much easier. I think that sounds pretty good. So let's see. I actually want to use this. I want to use this pretty badly, but I don't think I can in all good conscience, shall we say. Okay. Let's sell this. The Great Axe? I kind of want to use the Executioner's Axe. You know, I kind of want to use this. this is too, these penalties are way too much in my opinion, so I'm gonna sell this. It cannot be used in crafting either, so I'm just gonna sell it. I think it's a bit too costly in regards to stats, so I don't really want to do that. And yeah, I think we're pretty good here. Let's just re-roll once, skull ring, found it. Oh, we got it, we got it. Okay, fantastic. Let's equip the Executioner's Axe. Let's equip the skull ring. Oh yeah, I am very pleased right now. I am very, very pleased. Okay, so the Executioner's Axe obviously isn't as good as the Heavy Battle Axe, as you can see right here. However, it has a higher head strike and neck strike damage modifier. And that's the thing that I'm mostly looking for here. So hopefully that's going to help us. I'm just going to equip this. Let's go over here. We'll put this in here, I guess. Going to keep that on me just in case. Put that there. There we go. All right. Okay. So what do we want to do now? Well, I think I should probably level up some of these guys, right? So let's level up this guy a little bit. There we go. That's very expensive, but I think it's maybe going to be worth... Is it actually going to be worth it for me to do that? I don't even know, to be honest. Okay, so should I go and speak to her? I heard that your raid went rather well. There we go. Okay, our relationship has increased once again. Okay, let's have a look here. So we could trade with her, obviously, as you might expect. She can give you poisons and a variety of other things, so you can buy stuff from her if you want to. For me personally, I don't see the point, so I will just leave. Yeah, okay, so let's see. What do I want to do? Well, I probably want to level my coordination. And then I want to rest, I guess. Okay, I'm not sure why I can't go to the resting screen. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's level my vitality a little bit now as well. There we go. Despite the Duchess's promise that the financial difficulties of Rennes will not affect the payment that you and your people receive, you still begin to feel the shortage of money. While your pay remains intact, the wages of the lower-ranking members of your squad have been halved, as decreed by the city treasurer. The soldiers dissatisfied with the current situation, first of all, come to you for a solution. Aha, you come to the conclusion that you have enough money to pay them. Pay them the full salary. Yes, of course. 100 florins. I mean, come on, it's only 100 florins. We've got to do that. I mean, that's really nothing. Okay, so that's fine. And let's continue to train some coordination here. Okay. I have completed everything else, right? Just before we end this. Convince Dupont. Oh, wait. I didn't even realize that I had another thing here. With Anna's request in mind, you carefully try to talk to Dupont about arranging for the purchase of goods necessary for the guards from her alchemical laboratory. He is interested in your proposition, and he agrees to try doing business with Anna, virtue check passed. But only if his interests are also taken into account. According to him, it can be done for 200 florins. Okay. Bribe. Bribe him. Alright, yeah, let's bribe him then. He promptly informs you that the matter has been settled and a group of quartermasters will shortly visit Anna's lab. Okay, that's fantastic. So now we can go and inform Anna. It's good that I did that before anything else. Okay. I heard you've reached an agreement. Don't ask how I know. I have eyes and ears everywhere. It comes with the territory. I owe you a great deal of thanks. Okay. And so we now have good relation with her. Very good relation with her, in fact. Okay, so I got you something even better, a lethal combat poison with a strong debilitating effect, the only one of its kind, highly experimental, and it's you who gets to test it in battle. I'm sure you'll be impressed. Okay, well, actually, I've used this before, but thank you very much. Okay, and that's it, I guess. I can go and speak to her again. Ah, you did miss me too, didn't you? But we saw each other quite recently. Recently is a very relative term, especially for those who have to change their observation point from time to time. You speak in riddles again. The more time I spend in this crazy city and its outskirts, the less I understand the reality of what is happening here. So Wrath is very dramatic, isn't he? Reality, blah blah blah. Why do you have to bring this boring stuff up all the time? Reality, as you call it, is nothing more than a gimmick designed to keep your mind constrained. You know, it seems to me that you would benefit from dabbling into ancient philosophy. According to the greatest thinkers of the past, it is not the destination that matters, but the path. Therefore, it would be way better for you to be less busy with thoughts about where and why you are going, and to simply enjoy my company, especially since it turned out to be so short-lived. That way, you would have something to remember in my absence. You're leaving? Well, it seems that my business in Renner's has temporarily come to an end. I had high hopes for that medallion, as well as for long-term collaboration with Ruffin and Onar's people, but as it often happens, fate has mixed all my cards. The medallion turned out to be a dummy, Onar's ambitions crumbled to dust, and Ruffin's army turned into a pumpkin. And seeing your decisiveness, I cannot help but assume that Ruffin himself will get his ass beaten. But isn't that good? The rebels will be defeated, and peace and tranquility will be restored. Why do you act as if something bad is happening? I like your naivete. If we had met at another time, I would have made a great errand boy out of you. As for your question, well, how can I put it? The thing is that your wonderful Olivia is far from being an angel as you seem to think. What are you talking about? Let's just say that the reason for the conflict between the lords and the late Duke has much more to do with the young Duchess than it might seem from the outside. It even seems to me that it would not be a great exaggeration to say that she is a full-fledged party to this conflict, way more involved than the hapless Duke anyway. I still don't get it. Sir Wrath is very slow. Your confusion clearly amuses Anna, and she continues to walk in circles, enjoying herself. Olivia, how do I put it, has an addictive personality. She has certain character traits that are not obvious to others, but cause serious behavior issues. Traits? How can you even know anything about her character, living so far in the boonies? Why shouldn't I understand my younger sister's personality? I am not in the closest relationship with her now, but still. Younger sister? God help me, you know I love talking to you, but I'm not ready to spend all day on this conversation, so let's get straight to the point. My sweet little sister is just a tiny bit passionate about the occult. De Montfort, who was totally infatuated with her, was ready to turn a blind eye to any and all of her mischievous deeds, but the Duke's entourage, both the inner circle and the local nobility, found the idea of bathing in the blood of virgins and decorating rooms with skulls to be a bit excessive. But Olivia would not have been Olivia if she had not been able to turn the Duke against his own lords, whom she had already and quite conveniently helped to acquire a literal army of mercenary gangs. Consequently, the Duke, blinded by his fury and eagerness to defend the honor of his beloved wife, rushed into an ill-conceived frontal attack and died, along with most of those who had recently voiced their suspicions about Olivia. And just like that, half of her problems were gone. There were, of course, Onar and the lords at her neck, but you came running to her rescue. Her city had no money to recruit a full-on militia force to replace the fallen troops, and yet there was enough money to hire mercenaries. Seems like too much of a coincidence to me. And now Ruffin and Onar are pressed against the wall, and our sweet little Olivia is on top once again. Why should I trust you? Did I say that you should? You're free not to believe me if you don't want to. But everyone will be better off if this story ends. I will not tell you what to do or how to do it. You'll have to figure everything out without me. What in the world? First you dumbfounded me with this crazy story, and now you're withdrawing yourself? That's right. And I am withdrawing myself in every sense. I am leaving tomorrow at dawn. Tomorrow at dawn? Yes, I really don't like those touchy-feely goodbyes. However, I would be glad to see you again before I leave. Visit me sometime, if you have the opportunity. I mean, if Olivia agrees to let you off the leash. Alright. So let's go away and then go back in and see. Okay, no, we don't have anything else. So I'm gonna basically just end the day then, I guess. Just end the time here. Just gonna make sure that we don't have too many issues. Just gonna train endurance one time, I guess. According to the scouts' reports, the mercenaries, angered by our actions, are gathering forces for a full-fledged attack on the city. Alright, let's do it. Okay, here we go. One morning, another scout arrives in Rennes with the very news that the townspeople had been anticipating with such horror and hoped never to receive. Onar decided to bring the war to Rennes. Mercenary detachments are moving to storm the city walls. This turn of events does not come as a shock to you, Olivia, or Dupont. Over the past few days, thanks to your actions, the mercenaries have consistently failed, losing people, territory, and with it, the initiative. Both Raffin and Onar are no fools at all. Perfectly understanding that this could not drag on for a long time, they decided to go all in. However, there are also some unpleasant surprises. Despite the townspeople's certainty in the absence of siege weapons, which they would be forced to defend their city from, it does not turn out to be true. When the first enemy units appear from the forest surrounding the city, you immediately notice several, albeit somewhat crooked, but still clearly working siege towers, as well as many long assault ladders, and so on and so on and so on, because we're going to be attacking, and we are hopefully going to be doing some insane damage with our Executioner's axe. I'm really, really looking forward to this. So, let's try it out. Oh yeah, I forgot. Whoops. I forgot to repair my gear. Okay, well that's kind of bad, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. Just kill this guy instantaneously. Right? There you go. I did 102 damage? 102 damage. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of insane. That just goes to show Executioner's axe for the win, right? Seems like it at least. Okay, let's go. Let's kill this thing. There we go. These guys are just dying instantaneously. What? Look at how fast that was. That was hilarious. That was so funny. Okay, come on now. Let's continue. Let's continue doing that. That sounds fantastic. So, yeah, I guess I'll just take everything, and then we can always discard some stuff that is a little bit lower price if we don't want it. Anxiously looking around, you notice that things are not going so well. A small detachment of mercenaries, having broken through the defense of the townspeople, have already penetrated the fortress walls and is now trying to open the city gates. 2 knights are already moving towards the gate, but they are outnumbered and would clearly need your help. Come to the rescue. Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. I am super, super psyched for this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this guy is literally, wow, he's gonna die instantaneously. Yeah, let's just hit him on the head. Instant kill right there. Instant kill. That just goes to show, you basically get any really, really hard-hitting weapon, especially a weapon that is like this, that has a damage modifier. I think that the Executioner's axe is definitely a really fun weapon to use. Just because it has that modifier, you know, it has that increased modifier, so that really makes a huge difference. There we go. I'll take this. Yep. There we go. Despite the fury with which the mercenaries launched the attack, the townspeople are somehow able to withstand their initial onslaught. Seeing that Rennes is defended by a hastily assembled yet full-fledged force instead of these 3 poorly armed cripples, the mercenaries quickly lose their confidence. The detachment that has broken into the city still manages to open the gates, but they are not able to further their success, because by the time this happens, Ruffin's main forces are already beginning to retreat from the walls. All that is left of the remaining mercenaries is to also join the retreat through the very gate they just opened. You managed to hold the city. Alright, so this is very, very cool, because I don't think I was able to do this before. I think we had to flee the city beforehand. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it, but I could very well be misremembering. But I am very, very pleased about what we were able to do here. So let's just sell everything that we can. There we go. I might sell Liquid Death, or I might just keep it. I think I'll just keep it for now, just in case. Sell everything else. There we have it. Okay, we got 2,400. Not exactly great. Yeah, we can make some more stuff, though, can't we? More leather and everything. There we are. We can make some more of those things. And we also obviously need to do a little bit of repairing of our own stuff. I can't believe I went into battle with stuff that was damaged. That is really, really stupid of me, but there you go. You know, I knew I was forgetting something, you know. I tried to make sure that I was being as careful as possible, but there's only, I guess there's only so much you could do, right? There seems to be only so much you could do sometimes. Anyway, there we go. All right, that is fine. Is there anything else that I need to do? No, I don't think so, right? Okay, so what we need to do otherwise is go and craft. Yeah, get some water skins. There we are. Nice. Good amount of water skins right there. I mean, then we could just actually create some potent medicine straight away. I don't even need to go and buy any of those other things just yet. Why am I only creating one? Are you serious? What? I have space. Look, I have inventory space. That was so unlucky right there. That was extremely, extremely unlucky. Wow, okay, that was kind of sad. Alright, well, whatever the case, yeah, there's more, apparently. Yeah, there's more. I can actually go and see the alchemist now as well, but I'm probably going to be leaving that for the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.